Hello, everyone. My name is Cora Asuncion, and I am a fourth-year social work student minoring in Asian American Studies, and today I will be presenting on para-athletes and retirement. To start off with my research question, how can practitioners provide more targeted support for athletes with disabilities in the retirement phase? Appropriate terminology when talking about people with disabilities is to, one, refer to individuals as people with disabilities and those who are not as non-disabled. I wanted to kickstart my presentation with a story about Tony Dries. So Mr. Dries is a survivor of the deadliest Scud missile attack of the Gulf War during Desert Storm in 1991. Tony Dries is given his lifetime to service. From the day Tony was injured, he began to create collective impact through the stories of his life's adventures. Here you can see the many accolades that Mr. Dries has and his continuous impact on the sport world and the intersectionality with those individuals with disabilities. To further expand, what is Move United? Move United uses sports to push what's possible so everyone, regardless of ability, has equal access to sports and recreation in their community. Established in 1956, Move United is an affiliate of the US Olympic and Paralympic Committee. A case study regarding para-athletes is one titled Struggling to Stay and Struggling to Leave, the experiences of elite para-athletes at the end of their sport careers. So some key components include reasons for retirement that are unique to para-athletes and targeted types of support are needed. Earlier generations of Paralympic athletes struggled to stay in sport due to the lack of funding. Current Paralympic athletics struggle to leave support due to uncertainty about future employment. And lastly, para-athletes were unprepared for the discrimination they encountered when seeking employment. To further this case study, the quintuplet jeopardy of para-athlete retirement addresses 5 different components, which 1 is loss of sport, 2, employment and financial issues, 3, overuse injuries contributing to secondary disability, 4, facing and coping with the original disability, 5, issues associated with aging and disability. Other suggestions throughout this case study include more targeted types of support to assist these individuals in coping, such as employment training programs that address discriminations people with disabilities. So a social worker's experience and how that correlates with best practice in retirement is one of Emily Brunmans, who is a former Olympic swimmer. Brunman went on to serve as the United States Olympics Paralympic Committee's first mental health officer. She states, "When I graduated from undergrad, I didn't know what that actually meant when I said I wanted to help people, but it kind of evolved because I swam professionally for a little while. And when I was really knowing when I was going to retire from my sport, I really took a deeper dive into what meant a lot to me and where I could make an impact. And that's what drove me to social work." So now applying the transcultural perspective, particularly power, privilege, and oppression in the social work field. So that addresses 1, the recognition of power imbalances between research and stakeholders, 2, community-based research, and 3, qualitative components. So conclusion, why does this matter? People are often left out of the conversation, and there must also be a space for Paralympians at the table. All individuals, regardless of being a person with a disability or someone who's not disabled, deserves the basic human rights of access to retirement platforms and spaces to help them move forward in their lives after their retirement within athletics. Thank you for coming to my presentation.